it's almost over. All right, I'm going to set that by the wayside. It's time to get started this morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Power Yoga. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to share this practice with you. And of course, on this special weekend, Memorial Day weekend, perhaps an extended weekend for a lot of us, and an opportunity to maybe spend some time in remembrance of those who've gone before us, and of course, those who have served and given their lives for our freedoms. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. All right, very nice. We're going to get started. Playlist number 29 this morning. Number 29 this morning. Go ahead and get that started. And let's find a seated position. We're going to begin with some pranayama, an even tempoed breathing pattern of the pattern 4, 7, and 8. So if you would, just allow yourself to find a nice comfortable spot. Allow yourself to get some good alignment on your physical presence. And then begin to breathe in, perhaps with your eyes closed if that's comfortable, through your nose or mouth. And inhale with that tempo of 4. Hold at the top for a count of 7. And then exhale through the nose or mouth for a tempo of 8. So a longer tempo to exhale than that inhale. Let's go ahead and practice that pattern. Inhale faster. Hold. And then exhale slow. Good. Again, we'll practice together one more time, and then you on your own. Inhale. Zip it up, sit tall. Hold. And stay tall in that nice alignment, and then exhale, soften everything, relax, and release. Good. Keep with that tempo and keep with that breath pattern as I continue to engage our class, get our minds and bodies and spirits ready for our practice today. Let's invite our practice to bring in the transcendence of calm over chaos. Let's invite our practice to bring in the transcendence of flow over frustration. Invite the transcendence of peace over perfection and faith over fear. Bring the heart over our hustle and invite alignment above all else. And that's alignment of our minds and our body and our spirits, allowing those to come together. By bringing together our mindfulness, our physical presence, and our breath. Continuing with that 4, 7, 8 breath, that even tempo control of our breath is something that aligns our concentration towards the breathing pattern and aligns our mindset towards the presence in the here and the now. Our bodies and our physical presence exist in the past, and oftentimes our minds and our thoughts exist in the future. But with the power of the breath, it aligns them and brings them together to bring us into the presence of now. Continue on with 1 or 2 more of those breathing patterns. I'm going to switch on the lights and get us moving. As we continue with that breath, let's abandon that 4, 7, 8 breath and move on to just an even tempo 3-part breath. Breathing in through our bellies, our ribs, and up through our shoulders and chest. Inhale and then exhale, even tempo on the way down, just empty from our shoulders through our ribs and down to our bellies as we soften them. Inhale and lift and create that nice tall alignment. Exhale and soften down and even rolling our shoulders down as we soften through our bellies and our spine. Continue that one more time together, and then you'll just continue that breathing pattern throughout our practice today. All right, let's keep that breath and let's transition over to a plank position and then eventually to a down dog. So from that plank position, maybe start with our knees, curl your toes, shoulders over those hands, and then curl those toes, drive those heels back. Nice strong hands, nice strong arms. We'll soft bend in those elbows, not lock in those elbow joints. And a good, nice, long alignment from the crown of our head through our ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and heels. You can also be on your knees right here. From here, take a nice big inhale. Fill those lungs, and on the exhale, as if you're sighing to come back into it, as if we're yearning to come back into it, this downward facing dog. Keeping those hands nice and strong and arms strong. And keeping that nice long alignment from the crown of our head to our tailbones. Lifting our tailbones up toward the sky. And then lengthening our legs without locking those knees. Feeling those nice long legs. And a nice stretch up the back of those legs as we begin to alternate our heels. Stretching our calves, heels, and arches, and eventually into our hamstrings and into our glutes. Continue to press back, bringing those ears between those arms, lifting those hips just a little bit more, and feeling that stretch along the back side of our body. That total connection. Again, rocking now side to side, mat's edge to mat's edge, still softening through those arches and pressing through those heels. Maintaining that nice three-part yoga breath, that big inhale and exhale. All right. Very nice. On our next inhale, we're going to step our feet forward and come upright. Sweep those arms. Sweep those arms nice and high and exhale right back to heart center. I'm going to face you. Nice wider stance right here, okay? Not a total straddle, but about shoulder width or slightly wider. Inhale, those hands up nice and tall. And exhale, just sweep those arms through. Keep going. Inhale, up, nice and tall. And exhale, bring them through, stand tall. One more time, just like that. Inhale, reach for it. And exhale. And now start adding a hinge into our hips. Inhale and exhale and hinge just a little bit. Good. And then inhale and hinge just a little bit more. Awesome. And then inhale all the way up and then hinge all the way down and stay down into this forward fold. From here, let's interlock those arms, hands into those elbows. Drop the crown of your head, relax those shoulders and your jaw and your teeth, and just rock side to side. Rock side to side. Yeah. Still feeling the whole foot on the ground, heel to toe, but try and feel the weight of our body shifting into our heels just a little bit. So we get a nice stretch up those hamstrings and into those glutes and into our lower backs. All right. Relax, release into this forward fold. Allow ourselves just to rock, Find the comforts of that rocking side to side. Let's take 2 more breaths in this position right here. And then we'll place a little bend in our knees. Inhale, sweep those hands nice and tall. And right back to heart center. Keep those feet right where they're at. Let's take those hands, interlace the last 3 fingers, index fingers. Stand open and point right up toward the sky. Steeple fingers nice and high. Bring those biceps between those ears and just rock back a little bit. I'll turn to the side to show you that. Just lean back just a little bit. Pressing your hips forward, squeezing through your glutes. Good. So we got that momentum of our lower body going forward and our upper body going backward. Okay, now we just have to get that sensation that we're leaning back. We don't need to fully lean back. Just try and get that sensation. And if you can feel it, your chances are you're in the right spot. Good. Come back to neutral spine. Stand tall. Keep those legs right where they're at. Right hand just sets on your right hip bone. Left hand right there. And just lean over and just trace that right hand down the leg, giving you a little support as you lean over and reach that left hand as far over to the right side as you can. As we're leaning over, breathe on in, breathe. Expand those lungs to expand those ribs. Excellent. Give me one more deep inhale and exhale. And on our next inhale, bring both hands up toward the sky. Left hand on the left hip. Right hand stays up there and reach over as we lean over. Trace that left hand down our leg, a little support system there, and reach that right hand to the left side as much as we can. Just opening up the right side of our body. Breathe. Breathe. Expand those lungs and those ribs. 2 more breaths. Good, hold right here on this position. But allowing that breath to creep in and stretch us from the inside out. Inhale, nice and tall. And right back to heart center. Very nice. Let's bring those feet in about hip distance apart. Good, I'm just going to turn to the side here. And inhale, shoot those hands up nice and tall. And exhale and forward fold. Nice long spine on the way down. Come on down. Inhale up to a flat back. Trace those hands along those shins. Rest below those knees. Nice long spine right here. Nice dynamic tension up the back of the legs. And then exhale. Set those hands down. Find plank position. Stay right here. Stay right here. We're going to lower all the way down. Keeping those hands right there. Lower down. We can come onto our knees if we want to. Or stay on those toes and just reverse that push-up. All the way down onto our bellies. Good. Chin to our mats or nose to our mats. We're going to squeeze those elbows back and squeeze between those shoulders. Cobra pose. Let's lift up. Inhale and squeeze. Just lifting and peeling the chest and the shoulders off the mat just a little bit. Engaging into our lower backs. Breathe. And exhale and release down. This next time, bring those arms out a little wider and those elbows out a little wider. Fingertips onto the ground, cupcake hands. Same idea, squeeze between those shoulder blades and draw those elbows up. Lift, lift, peel the shoulders and chest up. Engage the lower back even more. Very nice. Exhale and release down. Good, let's do that one more time. Yogi's choice, either hands close or on those fingertips, cupcake hands. Inhale and lift. Maybe just a little bit higher, engage and squeeze in to that lower back a little bit more, engaging those muscles that border our spine. Excellent. Come on down. Good. And now let's replace those hands right back by our shoulders again. We're going to stay on our knees, squeeze those elbows toward each other and towards the middle of our back, and then come on up, just push up to a kneeling push-up. The top position of that kneeling plank. Good. Let's do 8 push-ups, shall we? Come down nice and slow, and come on up, press up. Again, just 8 push-ups, okay? Now you may translate that number 8 as 5. You may translate that as I'm just going to lay here on the ground. Okay? So it's totally up to you. It's totally up to you. Make it yours. Make it yours. Okay, all right. I lost count of mine. I think I got 3 more, so I'm going to keep going. Maybe I'll speed them up just a little bit more. But take them nice and engaging for you. Okay? Keeping those elbows tucked back, 6 o'clock, toward those feet, working that upper body. Excellent. Nice. Now from those knees, curl those toes. Let's find plank position. Good. From this plank position, ears between those arms, hips to the sky. Downward dog. Lift up nice and high. There we go. Great stretch up top. Inhale as we step forward towards the front of our mat. Exhale and bend those knees. And inhale, sweep up nice and tall. Exhale to our heart center. Let's do multiple variations of Sun A today. We'll start plank to down dog. Inhale, reach for it nice and high. Exhale and forward fold. Inhaling up to flat back and exhale, step back to plank position. Good. From here, take a nice big inhale and then exhale, ears between those arms. Just rock back, maybe flow back into that down dog. On the inhale, we step or even hop forward towards the front of our mat. Exhale into those knees. And inhale, sweep up nice and tall, and right back to heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale up and exhale and a fold. Inhaling up to that flat back, and exhale, step back to plank. Step back to plank. Good. From this plank, take an inhale and then exhale. Again, maybe just flow back. Lift those hips, maybe come up on those tippy toes, and then just soften into those heels. Yeah, just a nice way to get into that, right? Good. Inhale, step or hop forward. Sink into those legs. Exhale. Inhale, sweep up nice and tall. And right back to heart center. Now we're going to engage that cobra that we just practiced. Inhale up and exhale and fold. Inhale, up, flat back, and exhale, bring it back to plank. Good. From here, take an inhale, and then exhale, lower all the way down towards the ground. From here, squeeze those elbows together. Okay, shoulder blades together. Inhale, peel the chest and shoulders up. Cobra. Cobra. Exhale, tap those chins onto the ground, either through those knees or curl those toes and try and lift the whole body up to plank position. And then exhale to down dog. Excellent. As we inhale, step or hop forward. Sink into those legs. Exhale, sweep those hands up tall. And exhale right back to heart center. Let's do that again 2 more times. Inhale up and exhale, fold. Inhale up, flat back. And exhale, step it on back. Inhale, rock forward, shoulders in front of those fingertips. That protects those shoulders. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, cobra. Exhale, tap those chins. Good. Inhale, press back up to plank, and exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step or hop forward. Sink into those legs and sweep nice and tall. Exhale to heart center. One more time on this one. Inhale up and exhale and fold. Inhale up, flat back, and exhale, bring it back to plank. Inhale, rock and roll forward. Exhale, come on down, all the way down. Inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades and elbows together. Peel chest and shoulders, cobra. Exhale, tap those chins. Inhale, press up the plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step or hop forward. Sink into those legs and sweep it up. Right back to heart center where we started from. Full on sun A's now. We got 4 of them. Inhale, reach forward, and exhale, come down. Inhale, up, flat back, and exhale, step on back. Now we can go plank to down dog. We can do cobra, or we can inhale, rock forward. Exhale, half push up. Inhale, look up, upward dog. And exhale, curl those toes, lift those hips, press it back, downward dog. Inhale, step or hop forward. Sink into those legs. Exhale, sweep up nice and tall, and right back to heart center. Inhale, reach, and exhale, flow it on down. Flow versus frustration. Inhale, up, flat back, and exhale, step it on back. Inhale, rock forward, and exhale, that half push-up. Inhale, look up. Exhale, press it back. And inhale, step it on forward. Good. Exhale into those knees and sweep nice and tall. Good. Practice versus perfection. Come on. Inhale, up and exhale, and fold. Inhaling up to that flat back, and exhale. Come on, back plank position. Rock forward, protecting those shoulders. Do that half push-up to upward facing dog. Good. Press back, and exhale, down dog. Inhale, step or hop forward, and sink into those legs. Sweep it up nice and tall, and exhale to heart center. One more time. Inhale, reach forward, and exhale, bring it on down. Inhale, up, flat back, and exhale, step it on back. Good. Rock forward, and then come on down. Look nice and high. Tailbone, press it up towards the sky. Downward facing dog. Stay here, by the way. Stay here. Stay here. Sorry if I didn't catch you in time. Let's come down to our knees and find all 4s. Walk those hands back, shoulders right above those hands. Still strong hands. Excellent. Now from here, either shoelace side of those feet or curl those toes. Just start rocking in circles. Start rocking in circles. Just a little chance for us to get a little bit of a space built into our practice. All right. And then go ahead and switch directions on those circles. All right. Sometimes we need to hustle in our practice. Sometimes we move and we just keep the flowing going. And sometimes we need to create a little bit of that space to allow us to recollect and reconnect. Okay, come to stillness right here. Still on those all 4s, right hand only. Reach it up nice and high. Inhale, and then exhale and thread the needle. Bring that right hand under that left armpit. Reach as if we're scratching our back. Inhale and reach forward, and exhale, bring it through. Excellent. Give me a couple more. Inhale and exhale. One more time right here. Inhale, reach, and exhale. Awesome. Let's switch sides. Left hand, inhale it up. Exhale, bring it through. Get a nice stretch up top. Then a little rotation through our spine. Continuing to just engage our bodies. Still connecting that movement and breath and allowing ourselves that physical presence of being right here on to our mats. Both hands on to the ground. Okay, from all fours, just the shoulders, just the shoulders. I'll turn just slightly to the side. So it's cat and cow shoulders. Let's think about that. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and then separate those shoulder blades from each other. Okay, drop the shoulders in, perhaps getting the head into that turtle shell, and then exhale and round. Just the shoulders, just the shoulders. Inhale, shoulders squeeze, and exhale, press through the hands. Press through the hands. One more time, just like that. Inhale, just the shoulders, and exhale. Good. And now add the full cat-cow. Inhale, look up, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and tailbone up. Exhale, look down, separate those shoulder blades from each other, and tuck your tailbone under. Good. Inhale, look up, drop our bellies down, arch our lower back. Exhale, look down, bring our tailbone under, round through our spine, lift it as high as you can. Good. Inhale, look up, and exhale. Keep on flowing, cat and cow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Very nice. Couple more times on cat and cow. Good strong arms there. Keep pushing. Keep pushing those arms. Yeah, give me one more time on the inhale and the exhale. Outstanding. From here, let's find the front of our mat yet again. We'll lengthen out to a plank position. And we're going to do a vinyasa flow, a little vinyasa flow. Either plank straight to down dog, cobra to down dog, or inhale, rock forward, exhale that half push up to upward dog, and then press back to down dog. Perfect. Now from down dog, take a nice big inhale, and look forward and step forward towards the front of our mat. Good. On the exhale, sweep those hands up and sit into chair pose. Sit in the chair pose. Either feet and knees together and thumbs forward, or we can bring those, separate those feet. Sorry, I'm just saying that in reverse order. We can also bring our hands to heart center. Okay, just sitting down into it. Sitting down into it. Sitting that tailbone as far down to the ground as we can get it. Okay, choosing that chair pose that works for you. Okay, option of going to awkward chair. Awkward chair. Lift those heels up, come onto the balls and toes of your feet. Making those legs work even more. Even more. Good. Couple breaths right here. Staying in that chair. I promise we're going to lengthen those legs in just a moment. Hang with me. Hang with me. Take a nice big inhale. Here it comes. Set those heels down. Exhale, hands back, airplane. Airplane pose. Hands back, long legs, soft bend in the knees, weight your body into those heels. Feel that dynamic stretch up the back of our legs into our glutes and hips. Keeping those hands right there. Begin bending those knees, resting our ribs on top of our quads. So it's like ski jumper pose, ski jumper pose. Get nice and low into it. Yeah, that's right. From here, we're going to go right back in to chair. Sweep those thumbs forward, our hands to heart center. Peel those ribs off your quads. Keep those legs right where they're at. Good. How about some mercy on this? Inhale, fan those arms up, and exhale to heart center. Stepping back the left leg only, going right to warrior one. Right to warrior one. Good. Right knee forward, left foot back. We can keep our hands at heart center or float those arms up. Very nice. Making sure both feet are on the ground, left foot facing the left side just a little bit. And let's find humble warrior. Let's interlace those fingers behind our back. Inhale, draw those shoulders down and away from our ears. Lift our hearts a little bit more, and then exhale, hinge forward. Bringing our upper body to the inside of that right knee. And then floating those hands up as long as it feels good for those shoulders. If we don't like that, then don't do that. If it doesn't feel right, then don't try to make it feel right. Just bring Or make it feel right, but don't force it to feel right. That's what I meant to say. You know, just bring those hands on to the hips. All right. Take one more breath in this position. So much strength, so much balance. Awesome. Bring both hands down, step back to plank position. Yogi's choice on the vinyasa flow. Okay, inhale, rock forward. I'll just cue exhale, come down and upward dog on the inhale. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Woo, big deep inhales and exhales. Use that breath. Use that breath. Awesome. On the inhale, let's step forward towards those hands. Exhale, chair pose. Chair pose. All right, again, hands to heart center or hands forward. So we've been here before, right? We've been here before. We know we need to breathe through this pose. Awkward chair, heels up. Oh yeah, getting those legs ignited, on fire. Awesome, make sure it feels good on those knees. Again, aligning mind and body together. Think about how it feels. And then make those choices for you. Take an inhale, exhale, lengthen those legs. There's the mercy, arms back, airplane pose. Airplane pose, but this mercy we know will be short-lived. It will be short-lived because we're going to take a nice inhale and then we're going to find that ski jump pose. Bringing our ribs down to the top of our quads, bend those knees, sit down into it. Oh, how low can we go? Yoga version of limbo right here. Limbo asana right here. Maybe a little bit different. Okay. All right. Another breath right here. And then we'll bring those thumbs forward, our hands to heart center, find chair pose. Peel those ribs off our quads. And another element of mercy. Inhale, sweep up nice and tall. And exhale, right back to heart center. Whew. All right, right foot steps back. Left leg forward, warrior one pose. Okay, both feet to the ground, heels to toes. Left knee towards those pinky toes, arms up. Or you can keep them right at heart center. Awesome. Good, warrior one posture right there. Good strong feet, good strong legs. Let's interlace those fingers or just set those hands on our hips. Draw those shoulders down, draw those hands past our tailbone, and lift our hearts up to the sky. Inhale, and then exhale and hinge. Trying to keep those palms facing each other wherever those hands might be. That's good alignment for our shoulders, and then float those hands up, crown on down when we get to the bottom of this humble warrior position. All right. Take another inhale and exhale. Set the hands down. And let's step back to plank position onto all fours. Onto all fours. Good. Shoulders over hands, hips above those knees. Let's start rocking our hips side to side. Rock those hips side to side. Whichever side you're rocking to, we're taking a peek over that shoulder. Hips to the right, look over the right shoulder. Hips to the left, same thing other side. Yeah? There we go. Little squeeze between those ribs and hips. Working the sides of our body and our core. Gonna do a little bit more core engagement right here. All right. We'll come to stillness, spinal balance. Spinal balance. Let's bring that right hand forward, left heel back. Awesome. Inhale and reach, 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 reach. Stay square, shoulders and hips. Exhale, right hand down, left knee down. And then same thing other side, left hand to right heel or toes. Reach, reach, reach. Hips, shoulders square. Exhale, hand and knee down. Continue to flow through this. Inhale and reach. Inhale and reach. Squeeze through those glutes into our lower back as you drive the heel back. Good. Exhale nice and softly as we come down. And as we continue to alternate between the sides, try to just be mindful that we're not rocking into each knee and those hips aren't moving side to side. Try and stay square. Try and stay square. And try and stay solid and quiet through those hips. Continuing to reach and eventually lifting those thumbs and heels just a little bit more. Next time we find that right hand forward, left heel back, hold it out there. And then sunbirds, let's exhale, meet at midline, tap right hand, left knee, inhale and reach. Again, 3 or 4 more. Exhale to center, inhale, extend out. Good. Go ahead and give me a total of 5 at your own pace, connecting that movement and your breath. Doing awesome, keep at it. And then we'll switch to the other side. Here we go. Good, inhale, reach, exhale, left hand to right knee, meeting at our midline. Awesome. Again, trying to avoid sinking into those hips, trying to keep everything square. Total of 5 right here. Outstanding, let's find those all fours. And then curl those toes, press back to plank position. Time for a vinyasa flow. Here we go, inhale, rock forward. Okay, exhale either all the way down cobra or halfway down, half push up to upward dog. And then exhale to downward facing dog. From here, we're gonna float that right heel up nice and high, bending the knee and open the hip. So our belly button's facing the right side, good strong arms, good stretch on the right side of our body. Same knee, same elbow, 3 knee pulls. Exhale, maybe a Spider-Man leg, bring it out to the side, okay, and then inhale, that heel up nice and high, back to that open hip. Exhale again, knee towards elbow, and inhale, open up that hip. One more time, exhale and inhale, and then set that right foot between the hands, gluing that left foot on the ground, and float up warrior 1 pose. Warrior 1 pose. Good. Again, knees to toes right here, back foot down, slightly facing out to the left side. Awesome. Hips slightly coming forward, shoulders squared up. Warrior 1 posture. I'm just going to stay right here facing sideways. And then try to get that top front knee just hovering above the ankle. Now if it's way back here, that's okay, but maybe we can step that back foot back to get a little bit more depth on that knee. And really, it's not about the depth, it's about the support in that alignment. Take a nice big inhale and exhale to warrior 2. Front foot stays right where it's at, back foot just pivots out perpendicular to that front foot. Arms out long without locking those elbows. And alignment strong, ears over shoulders, over those hips. Very nice. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, flip that front hand. Inhale, lift it up to the sky, reverse warrior. Back hand on the leg, on the tailbone, it wraps completely around that waist. I love with that left arm behind the back because it just gets a nice stretch on the shoulder. Now, I love it for me. You got to figure out if you love it for you. Okay. Reach nice and high through those fingertips. Creating that space along the front side of our body. Engage that back leg. That left leg is still strong, okay? And we're gonna need it strong as we move into triangle pose. Hand stays right here. Inhale and reach, and reach. Lengthen that leg and reach even higher. Awesome, and then we'll exhale back to warrior 2 arms. Keep those legs long. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Reach as far as you can forward. Hips going towards the back side of the room. And then tip over and rest that hand above or below our knee, onto the leg, or on a block if it's nearby. Mine's way over there. I'd have to be a contortionist to get to it. So it's going to remain right there, and I'm going to adapt and make it work for me with what I have right now. Stacking through those shoulders and our ribs. Good strong legs right here. Good stretch on the inside, and a good stretch on the top side. Okay? And so sometimes we drop that shoulder down to get a little bit more depth on that bottom hand. Okay, when we come down lower, that bottom top shoulder drops down. Stay high and keep that engagement up top through those shoulders. All right, as we exhale, come back to warrior 2. Come back to warrior 2. Good. And now take that right hand and let's grab on to the left wrist. On that left wrist, okay? Keeping that front knee bent. We're just gonna start giving a little bit of a nudge to that left arm as we press that left hand forward, okay? So it's right angle without any support down below. Okay, a little right angle without any support. But we're using that hand on the wrist, just give a little bit of encouragement and a deeper stretch through the top side of our body. Now, let's go ahead and lengthen that leg. Stay right here. Triangle pose without the support of those hands. Breathe. Breathe. All right. Awesome. Rebend those knees. Let's find warrior two. Excellent. Cartwheel rounded down. Vinyasa flow. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Your choice. Plank to down dog. Cobra to down dog. Upward dog to down dog. But we all end up in the same place at the double D down dog. We'll inhale our left heel nice and high, bending our knee, open the hip, belly button face the left side. Strong arms, 3 knee pulse, same knee, same elbow. Exhale, maybe a Spider-Man leg, bring it out to the side. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale, nice and high, still that bent knee, open hip. 2 more, exhale, and inhale and lift. Good, and exhale, and inhale, lift. And then that final time, just set that left foot between the hands. Move that left foot between the hands. Get that left foot at the front of your mat however you can. Float up, warrior one. Float up, warrior one. I'm going to flip sides just so you can see the posture is better. Left leg still forward. Right foot back. Both feet on the ground. Warrior one. Whew. All right. Good, tall posture there. Again, that front knee is supported by the ankle. Good strong leg there. Okay, moving towards warrior two, inhale, and then exhale, make the shift. Right foot points to the right side, perpendicular to that front foot. Arms long, and alignment nice and tall and strong. Good. And just play around. Just see me rocking in oftentimes into these poses. I mean, that's personal preference, but these poses aren't necessarily meant to just get to hit the pause button. Okay, it's meant to explore. Meant to explore. And since our bodies change day to day, should our poses change day to day as well, right? Let's exhale and flip that front hand and inhale and lift it, reverse warrior. Shouldn't our poses change? They should change to adapt to where our body is at. And that's the value and the joy of connecting mind and body together. Allowing us to think about how it feels, and then making those adaptations and adjustments based on how we feel today. Awesome. Staying right here. Let's lengthen that front leg. Reach that left hand even higher. Good. Little straight leg reverse warrior. Creating that space even more on the left side of our body. We'll exhale to those warrior two arms. Triangle pose, inhale as much as we can, and then exhale and reach as far as you can with that exhale, and then tip over when your body says, I can't move any further. All right. Again, not forcing anything. Our body's just naturally going those places, and then we're just allowing it to move within those places and spaces that's designed to move at today. Good. Stack to those shoulders. Try and feel those ribs up top. Perfect. Couple more breaths right here. In triangle pose. Excellent. And then take a nice big inhale. We'll exhale back to warrior two. Front knee bent. Let's bring those hands on up. This time left hand grabs on to that right wrist. Give a little bit of some engagement right there. Some encouragement, and then lean forward. Press. As if we're trying to press that right hand out in front of us into that space or on that wall that's way out in front of us. Good stretch on the top side of our body. Awesome. That front knee's still bent. Let's lengthen that leg now. Still a soft bend in that knee. Triangle legs with that bound arm. And that top side just feeling totally open, creating that space. Awesome. Exhale back to warrior two. And let's find plank position. Bring those arms around and down. Okay, I'm just going to face you as we get into this next segment. Moving into side planks. Side planks, either kneeling side planks or full on side planks, if you will. Okay, on the pinky toe or big toe side of our feet. Pick the side plank that works for you. Right hand up toward the sky, left hand on the ground, left shoulder right above that left hand and wrist. Okay. All right. Let's come back to plank and we'll do the same thing, other side. Left hand, either right knee down, okay? Or those legs lengthened. And just focus on the hips being up. Doesn't matter whether you have a knee down or not. If those hips stay up, you're working the muscles. You're working the muscles. It really just becomes a personal preference at that point in time. Let's come back to plank. Okay, and lift that right hand right back up to the sky. That top leg can lift. 5-pointed side plank, if you will, or 5-pointed star. You can also bring that right leg up and over. Set the whole foot on the ground, heart and hips to the sky. Wild thing. Wild thing. Very nice. Come back to plank. Same thing, other side. Left hand, nice and high. Okay, 5-pointed star, normal side plank, if you will, or wild thing. Bring that top leg up and over, whole foot on the ground, lift those hips and that heart. Okay, just sitting back, making sure that right shoulder's still above that right hand. Awesome. Let's come back to plank position. And from plank, right foot to the outside of both hands, right knee down on the ground. Good, a little kneeling runner's lunge. Kneeling runner's lunge. Now I'm going to turn just to the side. Just so we can see that, kneeling runner's lunge. Just go ahead and stay right there, hands to the instep. All right, so then we're going to do a bound leg here. So go ahead and put a bend in to that left knee and reach back right hand towards that left ankle or foot. Now if this is a challenge, don't worry about it. Remember, it's a practice versus perfection. Just reach back and point to it. Open up, okay? Reach back and point to it. Otherwise, grab onto it. You can let that right knee open up a little bit. You can come onto the pinky toe side of that right foot just a little bit, just to open up that hip a little bit more. That will give us a little bit more range of motion to open up into this. Very nice. As we exhale and come back, both hands forward. Let's walk both hands on to the top of our right quad. Okay, a little rotation right here, scissoring those legs together, bring those hands forward, right hand only. Inhale, open up and turn to the right side. Exhale, as if we're clapping those hands back together 4 more times. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. Inhale and exhale. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Keep after it. Keep after it. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. Let's go ahead and straddle that front foot now. Curl those left toes. Drive through the heel. Lift up, crescent pose. Crescent pose. Awesome. So both sets of toes facing forward. All 10 toes forward, or however many you got. Okay, we're going to be inclusive. We're going to be inclusive, that's for sure. All right. Very nice. Hands to heart center. Let's lean forward, long spine. From the crown of your head to that back left heel. Okay, left elbow coming to the outside of that right knee, twisted prayer. Press those hands together. Feel that dynamic, elbow to elbow, pushing through those fingertips and through those knuckles in the palm of your hand. You can also reduce the range of motion if this is too much depth for you. You need a little bit less, that's okay, because that's all you need today. Okay, all right, very nice. Getting right into this twisted prayer. Staying right here, 2 more breaths. Awesome. Let's come back. Plank position. Plank position. From plank position, side planks. Side planks. Again, let's take that right hand and reach it up toward the sky. Side plank, reach nice and high. Or flow at your own pace. If you don't want to hold it, as long as I'm holding it, that's fine with me. That's fine with me. Come back to plank. Left hand to the sky. Okay, right knee down. Or big toe and pinky toe side of those feet. You can also stack those feet one atop the other. Okay, that's probably the most challenging way to do that. Awesome. Back to the right side. And then you choose. Getting yogi's choice right here. Stay in that side plank. Find 5-pointed star. Or maybe a bound big toe. or wild thing. You make my heart sing. Wild thing. I hope that doesn't violate copyright. Uh-oh. Exhale back. Plank position. Same thing other side. I doubt it. I doubt it will. Not with my singing skills. Okay, find whatever version on this side. Of course, I was singing in Wild Thing. Singing Wild Thing in Wild Thing. All right. So we come back to plank position. This time left foot in front. Good. Right knee down on the ground, little runner's lunge. Little runner's lunge. I'm going to just turn to the side here. All right. A little bound ankle right here, bound arm. A little dancer, left hand to right ankle or foot. Okay. So I needed just a little bit more encouragement to reach back. Okay. But I'm not forcing it. All right. And again, my left knee is coming out. So you can see I'm lifting my toe, my ball of my foot on that left leg is up off the ground. That gives me kind of that space. Okay, and that's a really nice stretch for the inside of the legs and the adductors. Okay? Gives me that space. Again, if you're just reaching back and not holding, same thing. Same thing with that leg. Okay? All right. Let's exhale back, front and center. Walk those hands on top of the quad. External rotations, hands forward, prayer hands. Inhale, left hand, open up. And exhale right back to those clasped hands or clapped hands. Good, 4 more. Inhale and exhale. Keep it rolling. Keep it going. All right. Inhale and exhale. Okay, 1 more time right here. Hands back or straddle that front leg. Curl those right toes, press through the heel, crescent pose, thumbs up. Get everything squared up to the front of your mat, the toes, the knees, the hips, the shoulders. And now bring those hands to heart center and lean in, crown your head to that right heel this time, straight line as best you can, or best you can feel. Right elbow to the outside of that left knee. Keep those hands strong and towards your heart center as best as can be. Push just a little bit. Can also bring it up just a little bit more, reduce the range of motion, and still use that right arm to press into that leg and help you rotate just a little bit more. All right. Whew. Good. As we exhale and come back to center, step back to plank. Step back to plank. Now I'm just going to face you. Take that left leg, shoot it straight out to the side, stay on that right knee. So starting from all fours, kick that left leg out, foot on the ground. Let's stand tall. Okay, shoulder over hip, over knee, right hand reaches up, and side bend to gate pose. Good, reach into it, stretch on the inside of the leg, stretch on the right side of the body. Breathe. Breathe and reach. Good. Let's just circle those arms. Let's get a little dynamic in here. Inhale, reach for it, and exhale, circle even more. Good. Inhale and then exhale. Maybe a little deeper. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. All right, 1 last time. Perfect. There we are. Let's come back to the head of our mat. Plank position, curl those toes. Vinyasa flows, anyone you want. Plank to down dog, cobra to down dog, upward dog to down dog. All sorts of dogs in this dog pen of ours. Okay. Can you get down with that dog? You sure can. Take that right heel, float it up toward the sky, and then sweep it through. Bring it between those hands. Warrior 1 pose. Warrior 1 pose. Okay, I'm just trying to face head on with these. Warrior 1 pose, both feet on the ground, heels to toes. Eagle arms, open those arms up nice and wide, good stretch. And then set that right elbow right onto that left bicep or into that left elbow. Okay, give yourself a hug. Back of the hands together or palms together. Lift those elbows up. Lift those elbows up. Warrior one with eagle arms. Good stretch between those shoulder blades. I'm shielding my face from the camera. Okay, some of you are like, thank you very much. Okay, see, I can peek around my arms though. I can peek. I'm gonna turn to the side. How about that? Touche. Touche. All right, we're gonna lengthen that front leg, keep those arms where they're at, and walk that back foot in. Pyramid pose. Pyramid pose with eagle arms. Stay nice and tall. Shoulders hips square. Begin hinging. Begin hinging. Keep those arms. Hinge. Keep those arms. Keep those arms. Okay, we're not letting go of those arms. We're going to keep those arms all the way through to warrior three. So take another 2 breaths. Now I'm just going to turn to the side. Right foot forward, left foot still back. And then a little bend in that right knee. Keep those eagle arms. Let's begin lifting that left heel off the ground. Awesome. There we go. Warrior three with the eagle. All right. It gives us that nice center of gravity with those arms in that warrior three. I don't know about you, but I feel just a little bit more, even though it's awkward with the arms, a little bit more balanced. Now we can go and unravel those arms. Bring them down towards the ground, 3-point balance onto half moon. Onto half moon. Right hand on the ground, left hand toward the sky. Open that hip, rotate that left foot so it's pointing towards the left side. Yeah, so now our shoulders and our belly button and our hips and that left foot are all aligned to the left side. Shoulders stacked, and think about the length, crown of the head to the heel and fingertip to fingertip. Or wrist to wrist. Good. We will go ahead, square up, bring both hands down. Bend in that knee, step back, plank position. Finding all fours yet again. Gate pose, other side. Right leg shoots out, nice and wide, shoulder hip over that knee. Inhale that left hand. And breathe. And then we'll circle that arm, get a little bit more depth. Exhale, circle, and inhale. And exhale, bring it through. And inhale. 3 more. Good stretch, not only on the inside of the leg, but the outside. Love those hips. Or inside, the outside of those ribs. I know what I'm saying. Okay. All right, everybody, let's come back to that plank position. Vinyasa flow, here we go. Final one of the day. Inhale, rock forward, pick your choice. Yogi's choice on that vinyasa flow. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. From here, left foot floats up to the sky. Go ahead and bring it through to the front of our mat. Glue that right foot down, warrior one. Whew. From warrior one. Arms out nice and wide, left elbow sets onto our right bicep, or into the elbow, hands to the shoulders, back of the hands together, or palms toward each other, and then lift those elbows. And return to the side. Good, warrior one eagle. And we're going to transform it to warrior one pyramid. Step that back foot in, lengthen that front leg. Breathe in as we square up, hips and shoulders to the front. Exhale and hinge. Let those weight of the arms just carry you down. Just carry you down. Gives a little bit more depth to the stretch. A little bit more center of gravity to the stretch. Another nice breath here in pyramid. Keeping those arms right there. Warrior three. Bend that left knee, float that right heel up, and then lengthen into warrior three. And just visualize that you're making a letter T with your body. Crown of your head through your right heel. A little bit more on warrior three, then we can unravel those arms, release them down, 3-point balance initially, and then half moon. Left hand to the block, to the ground, to the fingertips. Good. And then open up to face that right side with our heart, with our hips, and with our right toes. Very nice. Good. As we exhale, bring both hands down to the ground. Bring both feet down. Let's sweep those hands nice and tall. And exhale to heart center. Okay, very nice. Let's stay right here. We're going to complete that eagle pose by adding the legs. So, left leg on the ground, right leg's going to cross up and over above that left knee. And then once we get those legs working towards each other, press them towards each other, sit down into it, single leg chair, arms out nice and wide, right elbow into left elbow, and pick your eagle arms, then lift those elbows. Keep squeezing those legs, draw those legs toward each other. Feel that strength. That strength will build the strength in your foundation. It's okay to wobble. I just came out of it. Just take your time coming back into it. And I'm going to wobble out of it again, and that's okay. Practice versus perfection. Transcend it. Inhale and exhale. And release. Very nice. Same thing. Other side. Left knee over that right. Draw those legs toward each other. Squeeze them together. Good. Then sit down into them, arms out. Left elbow into that right elbow, or left elbow into that right bicep. Find your arms, lift those elbows. A little bit easier to get to second time. Now we got that length. Now we're loosened up. Those arms feel better. Breathe. Calm versus chaos. Relax, release. Let your mind and your body and spirit transcend. All right, exhale and release. Very nice. Inhale up, exhale and fold. Inhale up to flat back, and exhale, step back. Let's find all fours. Separate those knees a little bit wider. Heels and feet in, just a little bit more narrow. Child's pose initially. Press back. Bridge of your nose, crown of your forehead. Just resting if that's comfortable. Walking those fingertips forward if that's comfortable. If you want something different, prayer hands, set the elbows down, bring those hands behind the neck. Get a little shark fin, get a stretch on those triceps, and breathe. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. All right. Now from this child's pose, we can keep our hips back right on to our heels. Just begin walking our chest up. We can find hero's pose this way. We can keep our knees out a little bit wider. Okay. Or we can start drawing our knees in a little bit more narrow, trying to sit back onto our heels to get a stretch, making sure we're on the shoelace side of our feet. Now some of you prefer to bring those feet to the outside and then sit to the inside, letting those glutes come to the inside of those heels. Okay, so it's all a matter of preference. And we find hero's pose. Good. And then just inhale, interlace those fingers, steeple fingers, and breathe. Ears between those arms, reach, lift a little bit higher. Now if it feels a little bit painful, we can sit on a block, put that block in between those legs and sit on that block. A little bit higher, you can take a pillow. Awesome. And let's find camel pose now. So we'll release out of this, lift our hips up off our heels, separate those knees and feet about hip distance apart. We can curl those toes now and place those hands into fists and set them right into our tailbone. Elbows squeezing back, shoulder blades squeezing towards each other like we did in Cobra earlier. Push and press those hips forward and keeping those hips aligned above our knees. Then lift the crown of our head as high as we can. Then arch back like a rainbow. Elbows and shoulders still coming back. Getting that stretch across the front side of our body. And squeezing between those shoulder blades. Some of you may want to reach back and grab onto those heels with those hands. Careful as we do that, and then keep those hips aligned above those knees. Go ahead and just sink back forward through those hips, squeezing through those glutes, and still work on those shoulders. Heart opener, hip opener, great stretch here. As we come out, we exhale one hand forward, reach forward, and there we go. All right. Got a new prop on the mat here. It just miraculously showed up as we were in child's pose. Crow. It's time for crow. Who wants to do some crow? Okay, we're not going to eat crow. We're just gonna try crow. Okay, many ways to try crow. I got this couch cushion here in case I do a face smash. All right, so crow pose. Let's come into just a little bit of a yogi squat here. Okay, just come on to those feet, lift those heels up, hands about chaturanga arm distance apart, where we have those hands in cobra. Okay, and then we're gonna start just walking our knees up to the back of our arms into our armpits, and begin just rocking forward so our shoulders come in front of those fingertips. Now we can keep both feet on the ground as we do that. Keep both feet on the ground and just practice just a little rock forward, not a push, just a rock. Strong hands, and then we can lift one set of toes off the ground, and set those down, and the other set of toes off the ground, and set those down, and then maybe both set. Totally up to you. Okay? Or just experiment with strengthening those hands, those wrists, drawing those knees, and squeezing those knees toward each other on the outside of your arms, and just resting those legs on the back of your arms like they're a shelf. Looking forward and not at your feet. Look forward. So of course where we look is where we'll go. So if you're looking with your feet, guess where you're going to go? Over. All right. And then, when you're ready, you can come on out. Okay? A little crow. Okay? All right. Very nice. Let's circle those wrists. All right. Couch cushion out of the way. Let's go ahead and find seated position. Seated position. Okay, right leg forward, left leg bent. Inhale up nice and tall. And exhale and forward fold. Reach as far as you can go. And then just find some stability in that stretch. Good, nice deep breaths here. Relax into release. Relax and release. And then as we go ahead and release, the left leg's already perhaps where we want it to be for pigeon pose. So let's just let it happen, okay? Walk those hands forward, sweep that right leg around, 6 o'clock position. And then either stay in proud pigeon or exhale and come down. Now if you want a more gentle version, just leave that right knee bent. Maybe just set it right into the instep of that left foot and just lay down on the left leg. That's a more gentle version, especially if this bothers your knee. All right, let's find half pigeon and breathe. I like to either support my head with the block or place that block underneath my left hip, just so it doesn't cave in. We're trying to keep those hips square to the mat. You can also use fists and just set the head on those fists, and that's just all meant to give us good neutral alignment on our spine. Sometimes we come down to the ground. Maybe that might not feel the best. If it feels okay, there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's just a matter of alignment. Settle in, sink in, soften and breathe, and use that breath to engage and feel more in this pose. We'll take 2 more inhales and exhales in half pigeon on this side. And then set those hands down. And let's just come back to a seated position. Left leg forward, right leg bent. Inhale up nice and tall. And exhale and fold. Reach as far forward as you can and then stabilize in that single leg forward fold. So I think that's the first time we've done crow on online video. I might have to mark it. The one with crow. The one with crow. Breathe through this, couple more. And then that right leg is in a pretty good spot for us to find half pigeon this side. So let's sweep that left leg around. Again, we can stop right here, just put a bend in the knee, right shoulder, right knee, or sweep it all the way behind us and find that leg 6 o'clock behind us. And then exhale down into half pigeon. Breathe, relax, lift, and then soften. Inhale and then exhale. Connect breath with that tension point. Give yourself the patience. Give yourself the time to sink in. And we'll take 2 more breaths right here. Awesome. Place those hands down and then swing that leg around back to that seated position. We'll find ourselves on our back, either grabbing onto those legs, interlock those ankles, slowly roll down, and let's put a bend in those knees, feet on the floor, feet, knees about hip distance apart. Initially bridge, and then we're going to do a different variation of bridge called a bridge and a twist and reach. Okay, so I hope you can see this okay with the angle I have. All right, so let's go ahead and get into bridge. Inhale our hips up, hands initially to the side. Keep that left arm to your side, and that right hand, just reach it up to the sky. And then reach it up and over past your left ear. Reach overhead and feel that right foot push in even more and lift that right side a little bit higher. Okay, so you're reaching across your body, bringing that bicep to your right ear, even moving your head, look into the left side, and reach as far overhead as you can. Reach, reach. Push that right leg in even more. It's lifting that side even higher. And then exhale and bring that right hand down and the hips down. Good. Same thing other side. Lift those hips up. Awesome. Inhale, left hand reaches up overhead, and now reach that left hand across your head, bicep to the ear, reach overhead, left leg pressing in even more, lifting that side of the hip just a little bit higher, bridge, cross, and reach. Reach for it, exhale, and release back down. Awesome. Now let's just flow through that just a little bit. Inhale, right hand up overhead, and exhale, down. Inhale, left hand up, reach across, and exhale, down. Give me 2 more on each side. Inhale, and reach, and exhale, down. Now it's kind of like there's something way out there. You're laying on the ground, like the remote control is way far away, and you're just trying to reach it. You're trying to reach overhead. That's right. If you're binge watching and you're done with your show and you need to select a new one. The sign of the times, right? Awesome. There we go. Okay. Very nice. Let's tuck those hands under our hips, or that block under our hips, legs up the wall. Final guided before Shavasana. Again, palms down to the ground, hands under those hips, and just float those feet up. Or that block. All right. The ultimate in relaxing and restorative. Just allow yourself to breathe. Release. Relax. Calm the body. And that in turn calms the mind. Deep inhales and exhales. Bring it right back to that breath. One more nice, slow, long breath here. Now let's come down onto our mats, sprawl out. Sprawl out and find Shavasana, our final relaxation pose. Find your physical presence 100% on the mat below or that surface that you're on. And just sink into it, fall into it. Relaxing through the hands, relaxing and opening those feet. If you're following along with my playlist, Gravity is the closing song. And I dim the lights and guide us through Shavasana even more. As you continue to find that most relaxing position in Shavasana, allow your body to release any tension. Any muscle engagements can now just be let go. Just let it go. With each exhale, let it go. With each breath, let it go. As we relax and release, soften through the face, soften through the breath, soften those eyelids onto your eyes, and just create that sensation where you feel like you're falling into the surface beneath you. Relax and release. Finding that stillness of our body, gives the opportunity for our mind and our body to then connect at a deeper level, to feel the sensations of your practice from today. Well, we were able to use our practice today to invite that transcendence. And perhaps these are the things you feel now. And again, instead of chaos, we feel calm. Instead of frustration, we feel at ease because we are able to flow. Instead of seeking perfection and the stresses of that, we feel more at peace. Instead of fearful about the poses or maybe the expectations that we're setting ourselves or judgments, we feel more with faith, trusting where we're at. Instead of feeling like we needed to do something, we feel more as if we can be right here, be present, and be who we are, at one with our own heart. And perhaps we feel above all else that alignment of our mind and our thoughts with our body and our physical presence and our spirit and our emotions. Ultimately, bringing it back down to you, creating that vision, that version of a better self. Inviting that transcendence allows us to become and invite those practices and values of inviting ourselves to be just that much more of who we are. Perhaps a better version of you, perhaps the truer version of you. Our closing message. And the dandelion does not stop growing because it's told that it's a weed. The dandelion does not care what others see. It says, one day they'll be making wishes upon me. I honor the love and light in each of you, as it's also within me. Namaste.